The Israeli military says it carried out fresh airstrikes on Gaza today. It says it was removing a threat after, quote, terrorists opened fire on Israeli troops. The attack comes after a ceasefire agreement between Israel and the Palestinian militant group Hamas, which is meant to bring an end to the war in Gaza. The CBC's Crystal Gamansing is in Jerusalem with the details.
Well, Marianne, this is a developing story and one we're obviously watching closely because it could have ramifications on the ceasefire that has been in place now for just over a week. Now, Israel Defense Forces are confirming what we've been talking about this morning, and that there was an altercation in the Rafah area in the south. Now, according to the IDF, it says that terrorists, quote, fired anti-tank missiles and gunfire towards IDF troops operating in that yellow line around the Rafah area. Now, the idea of them firing towards is different than what we were hearing earlier, that Israeli Defense Forces vehicles were hit. So that is something we are paying attention to. Now, also, they are saying that as a result of coming under fire, they ordered airstrikes in the region. They did not say how many airstrikes were ordered in order to stop the attack in that Rafah area. But we are also hearing from a freelance journalist that CBC works with in Gaza, and he is saying that it's not just in the south, that there were also airstrikes that hit in the central Gaza area. At this point, at least 3 people were killed. People were taken to the hospital as well. So we are still trying to get some clarification on exactly what happened and if things have actually settled down or if we'll see more of these attacks over the coming hours. Now, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was at a cabinet meeting earlier. He left that cabinet meeting. It is said that he will be conducting a security assessment of this situation. But given what we have seen so far today, we have already heard from 2 of the very high-profile far-right coalition members, including Itamar Ben-Gvir. He is the national security minister. He is calling on the prime minister to go back into Gaza to resume the full war and, quote, have the IDF operating at full force. So this is something we're paying close attention to, Marianne, given the very tenuous ceasefire that at this point is still holding, but we're trying to get an understanding of just how widespread these airstrikes are and if we will see more in the coming hours.
That's the CBC's Crystal Gamansing reporting in Jerusalem. Meanwhile, Israel has identified the remains of the 2 hostages handed over by Hamas last night. One was identified as Ronan Engel, a 54-year-old father of 3. The other is identified as a 30-year-old Thai citizen. He was working in Israel at the time of his capture. Under the ceasefire agreement, Hamas released 20 living hostages last week and is to release the remaining 28 bodies it has been holding since its attack on Israel on October 7th of 2023.